Hello traders, hello everyone, my name is Gregor and welcome to our new episode surfing the Elliott waves, where I'll look at some of the most interesting developments for this week. This video has been brought to you by Orbex. I will cover cable AUSD, dollar yen, gold and euro AUSD. Now looking at cable here, we are seeing dollar actually coming to the downside despite better than expected non-farm payrolls report released last week. Maybe it's due to the fact that actually dollar was higher ahead of the event. So actually it can be buy the rumor, sell the news impact. That's why we are seeing move to the downside on US dollar. Also, pound is trying to recover now, possibly on optimism that on July 19th, finally lockdowns could be removed in the UK. So this could be supportive for pound, but generally speaking, nothing has really changed when looking at this daily chart. We are still observing wave 4, a corrective pattern, a corrective wave that is still ongoing. It's not really finished. What we are looking at is maybe a triangle here. If we will stay consolidating here between these two trend lines, or maybe even if we, let's say, drop back below last week levels through 1.37, then there is even possibility that wave 4 will be a complex ABC drop that will take us below April levels. Okay, but overall I think that this is still a pause. It can be a little bit of more complex before we finally continue higher. Keep in mind that we are in the middle of summer, so maybe defining the direction may not be so easy. Now let's take a look also on AUSD dollar. Well, we have seen some recovery on AUSD dollar after recent dip, and this comes in after RBI noted that there could start with tapering in September, but not with the rate hike until 2024. So it's not really that bullish, but it looks like that slowly, of course, we will move into this policy changed, and overall this could obviously be positive for AUSD. Now looking from an Elliott wave perspective, we are seeing an ABC drop, and we've been tracking this ABC drop that recently has slowed down very nicely at this potential support zone close to 7400. It was also the swing high back from September of 2020. Looking at the 4-hour chart, well, we can count 5 waves down here, while the market is now trying to rally, which is normal after each 5-wave movement. Also, we are now at this potential resistance here at 76.16, so it's not really a confirmed changing trend yet, but let's say that we rally in the next 24-48 hours through that resistance, and more importantly above this trend line here, then I think it will be time to consider a lot more upside on AUSD after pullbacks. Okay, so overall I think that AUSD dollar is looking quite interesting, and not only against the US dollar, but if we look at the euro AUSD, we also have a very nice unfolding price action here. Here is a daily chart first. You can see that market has been recovering for a while, actually since end of February, and it was an overlapping recovery. Okay, looks like a perfect correction because you cannot count this in 5 waves. So if it's not a 5-wave movement, like a change in trend, then it's probably just a correction. And this makes sense because it's always somehow easier to look and anticipate more weakness in a downtrend rather than trying to say that market will bottom right here. Okay, and we will see a straight move to the upside with an impulsive price action. So I try to stick with this trend that is in progress since last year, and I will continue to look for more weakness. It looks like that this weakness could now resume from current levels. Also notice that we have here potential ending diagonal formation here in this wave C. So if I just label for you really quick here as well, you can see that I can count 3 waves up with an ending diagonal here in wave C, which has been broken firstly by trend line, then you also have this wave B swing low broken, and then also wave 4 swing low broken as well, with a one leg very sharp impulsive sell-off. So normally this triggers a lot more weakness, especially after pullback. So I think that euro AUSD could see more weakness in the next few days. Now let's take a look also on dollar yen. Now, dollar yen was bullish recently, but notice that we can now count 5 waves up from start of the year. We have seen a move here to a new high close to this. I believe it was this was March 2000 and you can see March 2020 level. So look, it was a very important day actually, because that's when COVID crisis began. So we retraced all those losses and looked at it, we could be now slowing down here. Also looking at the 4-hour chart, well, notice that in this fifth wave we are rising quite slow. Yes, we have higher highs, we have higher swing lows, but notice that it's very hard to count this in an impulsive fashion, like a waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with no overlaps between waves 4 and wave 2. So if you have overlaps, well, and still market is rising, well, then obviously that's somehow indication that bulls are not that strong anymore, especially not if you compare the current fifth wave with these moves that we have seen in the middle of wave 3. So wave 3 is normally extended and very strong lag, and wave 5 is typically very slower, okay, despite higher prices. So this suggests that we could be actually in final stages of this recovery, that bulls are losing strength. And if we can see more weakness here in the short term, let's say this week below 110.40 and we see a daily close below that level, then I think that more weakness could be really here in the cards. Even if we just will try to consolidate, I really think that this resistance will stay in play for some time. Now, looking at the 1-hour time frame chart here as well, we have potentially 5 waves down from the recent peak. So this is another indication why I think that we should be aware of deeper prices. Now let's take a look also on gold. Well, metals, as you know, have seen some very nice pullback. It was due to potential tapering expectations, and what we are seeing here is just keep ongoing consolidation that is underway since August 2020. This consolidation can either be a triangle if we'll hold this 2019 trendline support. Let me zoom this in. You can see this trendline support connected from May of 2019. And as long as this trendline holds, there is a chance that this wave 4 could be a triangle. But even triangle is incomplete, because triangle is an ABCDE structure, and you are now only then in the middle of wave D. So there can be more choppy ride by the end of the summer, if that's the case. Or let's say that we will see this trendline broken, then pullback will be much deeper, and it could be in 3 waves and looking at the whole structure from 2020 highs. In such case, the support could be seen around 1600 to 1650 area, around there. So in both cases, I think that still this could be a counter-trend movement from last year highs, but unfortunately it's still incomplete. And if we are maybe going to see a triangle, okay, then the real key for a potential breakout that will take us back maybe even to all-time highs would be this broken trend line. So unless we see this broken trend line broken, I think that we will have to be very, very careful and nimble here. Okay, traders, thank you for your attention. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and again, talk to you next time. Bye.